Well, the reason why I say Nigerians may take exception is because the facts of history seem to, erode that a little bit. When you look at what happened, for example, we had a sitting NHIS executive secretary who was suspended, all right? The EFCC takes his passport, is actively investigating him. During that investigation, not after or before, during the investigation, the president, from the president's office himself, says, look, this man needs to go back to work, despite the fact that he's being investigated.
National Assembly chambers passed resolutions asking for his reinstatement. And you know that as I speak to you today, the ICPC is still on that case. So it's not over.
So
the thing is that there's a due process for doing these things, and the president is not going to act like a military dictator.
Can you overlook the fact that an investigation into an official on the basis of documentation was ongoing, and then he was asked to go back to office? Is that reasonable to you?
Yeah, it is, if the situation does not warrant that suspension at the time.
On the basis of a recommendation by the acting president?
If there are allegations, if you are saying that every man or woman in public office under invest who has a petition or a complaint against them should not go into the office, maybe the federal secretariat will be shut down this morning. Because this is the count of petitions. And people are just writing this every day. So allow investigations to be done and conclusions to be arrived at.
Mr. Shehu, even as I understand what you're trying to convey here, the fact of the matter is the acting president, when the president was in London, acting president Osinbajo at the time, was the one who saw the evidence, and on the basis of what he saw, now impaneled the panel that eventually suspended the executive secretary. So this isn't some frivolous petition.
But you are aware
that
after that, there was a public hearing by the House of Representatives, there was a resolution and a report. And so therefore, this action didn't take place out of nothing. There was a basis for that. But I assure you that if he is complicit in just anything, this is a president who will not permit that.
You say that there's a basis, but the basis is not nepotism.
Absolutely no. I think it would be demeaning the office to suggest that.
Well, we haven't heard any explanation for the executive secretary being reinstated. I mean, so people will definitely jump to their conclusions.
I'm saying that you, as a citizen of the country, you are privy to all of the things that happened in the course of that investigation, all of the facts that have been brought, and the fact that the man himself came forward charging. And he laid out allegations against people who themselves had accused him.
Well, now the president...
And so therefore, you have to look at all of the sides.
Well, now the president is out of the country, and we are now, wondering, what precisely is wrong? What is going on?
Nothing is wrong.
Is our president okay?
Yes, the president is okay. There's nothing wrong. He's not ailing. He's not ill, as far as we know. The president had been in hospital last year, 9 months since that time. He needs to go back and review with his doctor. He has had a good run, coming 9 months from the time he left that treatment. And I'm sure I have visited my doctor more than 2-3 times.
We certainly wish the president well, and we really want him to be well. I mean, that's what we want. But a lot of people are definitely concerned, especially since his indicated interest to run for another 4 years. Just wondering, did you also try to cover up when the president was returning from the United States? The reason why he stopped over.
I saw Kola press a statement yesterday, and he was suggesting that the stopover didn't happen, that there was no technical stopover, which is absolutely wrong. Because, as we said in that period, you had a plane with a shorter run, a total run of about 12 hours, 40 minutes.
Agreed. But the question is, did you try to cover up the fact
How would I cover up?
The president also saw his doctor?
Let me tell you, I serve a president. The president would have embarrassed me if I covered up.
But you did not mention it.
No, but what I'm saying is that the president is not, this is the president that will come forward and say, no, this is my problem. You had a problem with the ear before. You remember that some people were trying to say it didn't happen. He stood before television cameras and said, look, I'm going to do this issue. And this time around, he said, look, go forward, tell Nigerians that I'm going to see my doctor. So there's nothing to hide. We all need doctors, we see our doctors.
Go ahead.
Malam, with utmost regard to your person, I want to tell you that you are always wearing, Mr. President, in borrowed garbs. And that's the absolute truth.
Why did you say he's wearing Mr. President in borrowed garbs?
Mr. President had a stopover in London to see his doctor.
Is that so?
You said it in your statement. You said so in your statement.
He said there was a technical stopover.
That was when they were when they were in UK. In the statement he issued about the president's travel, he said he saw his doctor.
As a result of what?
He said he saw his doctor.
As a result of what?
Why didn't he tell Nigerians when they had a technical stopover that he saw his doctor?
So now, I mean, that is already out. The president is now in the UK.
So why didn't he tell us?
He's seeing his doctor. Is anything wrong with that?
Why didn't he tell us then, instead of hiding all that technical?
Maybe when we spoke, the meeting hadn't taken place.
Why didn't he tell Nigerians?
Do you think that there was an attempt at covering up?
That's why I say it's borrowing.
Okay, so now the president is back in the UK and he is, you know, seeing his doctor. He's gone for a review from what we've heard. Is anything wrong with that?
No, we didn't say so. We didn't say anything is wrong in our statement. What we said was that as human, we all have our frailties. We stated that clearly. But we said that we advise the president to take charge of his health. That's very important. Health is important.
You said specifically that he should resign. That's the comment that I read.
We didn't. The statement is here.
No, on the newspaper we said what we saw.
We said he's ailing, that he's sick,
that he's not fit for office.
And that from the statement, it appears that the president is no longer fit for the role.
Who made the statement? No, not put my words. No. I don't like.
Both of us are journalists, and every statement.
But don't put words into my mouth.
Subject to interpretation. You are an editor.
When you say that the president is not fit, are you going to say that one illness makes him unfit for office?
We said that the way they are, what we are seeing in essence, is that the way they are hiding, they are shrouding this illness in secrecy, and making it appear as if the man is fit. When the man is going to the hospital regularly, he was in the US, when he was returning, he had a technical stopover, he saw his doctor, he went to the UK 5 clear days ahead of Chogom meeting.
And we saw why he was there.
And you saw only
events.
You saw only a visit.
So what do you have? Do you have information we don't have?
No, you
have information we don't have?
Responsibility to provide Nigerians.
No. I can't do your role as opposition.
And you must provide that information.
No.
So that you don't reduce the nation to a country of speculators. That's important. We have asked that you must give us a full disclosure of what is wrong.
Full disclosure.
Let me just quickly ask you.
My friend Kola,
I understand that we're totally out of time. I'm going to ask you quickly, and this is going to be yes or no. Are you satisfied with where the country currently is, the direction that we're currently on?
Yes, I'm absolutely satisfied, and I'm assuring Nigerians that given the measures that have been put in place by the Nigerian federal government, especially tackling these issues of security, establishment of more and more military police establishments in all of these troubled areas. Mr. Ologbondiyan, we are winning. Plateau is coming back.
I'm sorry,
Benue is coming back.
Alhaji, we're totally out of time. Mr. Ologbondiyan.
We can never, the Nigerians, majority of the silent Nigerians, for whom the PDP speaks, can never be satisfied with where the APC federal government under President Muhammadu Buhari has brought our nation. We can't ever be satisfied.
We don't expect
that from you. Well, that's where we have to wrap up this segment. You can go on and on and on. Well, we have to thank you, gentlemen, for coming on the program. Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Malam Garba Shehu, and, of course, the National Publicity Secretary of the PDP, Mr. Kola Ologbondiyan. Sunrise Daily will continue in just a moment. Please stay with us.